go on to our next topic. It's gonna be my topic, and it kind of rolls into what we're talking about. But like looking at Halloween is an amazing holiday, and it gets a lot of credit. That's awesome. But like how we approach Halloween, depending on our age, right? How Halloween differs from when we were kids to teenagers to young adults to where we are now with potentially kids, right? So I just want to talk a little bit about like what that means to us and what we remember and like how things have changed and compare and contrast.
Okay.
All of those, right?
Well, I'll dive into this, okay? Because Halloween was always like kind of a bigger thing with my parents. You know, like I think Rocco can remember this, but my mom would go fully out on Halloween, and what she would do is she always dressed up as a witch, and she had this little big black like plastic. It was like you know, like a pot, and she would sit there and like put all kinds of like sodas in it, like orange soda. Yeah, and she would put like gummy worms down there, and she would sit out in the driveway like stirring it, and people would come up, and she'd give them like a little cup and some candy and stuff, and kids would be freaking out because my mom would be like, yeah, it was really cool. But I mean, nowadays they'd be like, don't drink that. But this was like the early '90s, so people would come up and get like a little thing, and she would have ice in there, so it was like a nice refreshing drink, and you got candy and stuff, and it was really cool. And my mom had a blast doing it, so that always like was in my head, you know.
See, as an adult now and about to have a kid, like those are the things that I'm super excited about, is creating this experience for other kids. Yeah. And like I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a sick fuck. I get really like I get off on scaring people for whatever reason.
I do too. Dude,
it is like I don't laugh as easily or as hard as when I scare someone, and it's terrible. And I feel bad, but it's just the best thing ever. So like I can't wait to do that. What your mom is doing, and but like add that scare tactic to it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like it sounds like fun. You know, you're setting up like a cool experience for these little kids.
And I mean, like literally, it had to be crazy for some of these little kids. Like, you know, 5, 6 years old, they wouldn't walk up to my mom at all. And like the parents were like, "Come on," and they'd be like standing at the end of the driveway, like, I am not going up there. Like, that's freaky. You know, it's really cool.
Yeah. Now, did she influence you to do any of that? Like, have you done that?
Oh, no, I dipped out and I was sitting there. I was with Rocco going trick-or-treating.
No, I meant like now. I meant like now. Like, does she influence you to try to do something like that now? Or you think you might want to do that?
No, I love scaring people. That's like one of the... I have so many stories about scaring people, and I go to extremes of doing it, too. Just a little quick story. It was around Halloween.
Save it for later.
Save it for later. Okay.
That's right.
Save it for later. Right. We'll talk about that a little bit, but different ages.
Yeah. So here it is. For me, when I was younger, I felt like Halloween was all about that thrill of staying up throughout that night, seeing other people's costumes, the knocking, that anxiety that builds when you go to knock from door to door, and the mystery of what you're going to get for the candy. It was all about those things when I was a little kid. And as I started to get older in my middle years, it started to become about how much candy can I get. Not about what costume am I wearing, about what other costumes I can find. It was about how many houses can I hit up and how much candy can I get in one night. So if it came about like, can I fill this bag? Can I fill this bag? Can I fill this bag?
Oh my god!
Pillowcases, man. We didn't get buckets anymore. It was pillowcases.
It just became serious.
So you guys approach it as like a challenge in a game to get.
We would run to houses. Yeah,
that's insane.
Like run, bro. We were running to houses. Knock, give me the candy. Boom.
See, I'm a nerd, like through and through. I don't know why this is, but like it's always and will I think ever always be about dressing up and role playing this character, right? Like it's always been about the costume.
So you role played it then when you were in it.
Well, like I mean, I'm not going around, you know, as Batman. Grabbing little kids, being like, "Where is he? Where's your Kirby?" You know what I mean? Like, but like, it is fun to think that you are Batman and run around and stuff like that. Yeah. And even when I'm like older, like looking like Green Arrow or something, or looking like Superman, it's just fun to feel like you're that character. And because I'm not a sweet tooth type of person, I've never been about candy. I think that's really interesting. I wonder if more people are about that when they're teenagers and just getting as much candy, or is it about like just being out with your friends? Or for me, and other people might be like what I'm saying.
I mean, us
like
was still like about friends, but it was like friends and just as much candy as you can get. At least, you know, my perspective. You know, that was so. I don't know. It Yeah, that was LJ right there. Yeah.
LJ's like, Dad, you look hairy.
He loves it. He's like, dude, look at you. So I guess, getting older though, like it kind of changed up a little bit. Like when I got older, some people I feel like they go for the like sex appeal kind of costumes, and they'll try to do whatever's like best form fitting for themselves to make them look crazy awesome at a party.
So but as you can talk about that.
I'm not really choosing that kind of costume as much as I'm just like trying to choose the kind of costumes that I feel would look really cool, to me at that
I do
time.
I do remember you loved the geek costume. Remember that, the nerd one? You absolutely loved that one because it was hilarious, and I thought it was absolutely freaking funny that you and Ryan would dress up like that and just totally show up on the dance floor and just like dance like nerdy but like make it look cool at the same time. It was so freaking cool.
Rocco knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he did.
Rocco knew exactly what he was doing.
Yes, sir.
He's like, yes, sir.
I was the werewolf.
So that's interesting. So guys, I mean, I guess, there's Rocco, there's a heartthrob, so I'm not surprised that he's using some type of costume as a sex appeal object. But like, I think most guys might not go that route. But what are your thoughts on the girls who seemingly like just the majority of women are dressing up in slutty costumes on Halloween? Like, what do you think that phenomenon is about? You don't have to raise your hand. You can just talk.
I like it.
Okay. Is it like, I mean, does that get on your nerves? Like, I know my wife is like, oh yeah, they're probably gonna be like slutty, but like,
oh yeah,
it's a comment, but I don't know if it's a hatred. It's just like kind of something that it happens, and like we were talking about earlier, like wearing a mask makes you feel good because you're ominous. You could kind of just dress up for the night. It doesn't really, you get to do and dress and act a way that you don't normally do, and I think that's a special part about Halloween. And so for women, maybe it's this like fantasy of like they don't normally dress this like slutty or sexy, and like this is just a night for them to kind of do that, and it's okay.
I think it is like you're saying. I think it's that one night they get that ability to kind of get out there with their confidence a tad bit and try to make something interesting.
Because everyone else is doing it basically, so it's like, you're not being judged really. You're not being judged really.
And who's this? Like, I don't think it's a bad thing, right? Like, why? Right. Like I understand that, like, dressing up a certain way could be like, wow, she might look like she's a stripper, and everyday outfits is not appropriate for work or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm walking around with a banana hammock and nothing else on, I would say the same thing. Like, but if it's Halloween, I feel like showing my goods or something like that, I guess for whatever reason it's acceptable now in Halloween.
Yeah. Honestly, it all depends on the context too, because if we're at a family party where there's a whole bunch of little kids running around and stuff, and there's a woman walking up in a stripper outfit, like that's not going to work out. You know what I mean? Like, it depends on where the person's at, where that kind of happens, like where it's acceptable or not. I think that it's acceptable. Let them do whatever they want to do. Like it's. The one thing that we try to thrive ourselves on here in the country is like freedom, right? Why can't we have that freedom on a Halloween to wear whatever the hell we want without the judgment of others? Yeah. Because we want to allow whatever we want. Like the guys, some might choose the sex appeal costume because for some reason they want a confidence booster. Yeah. The same where a female might wear something she normally doesn't wear because she wants to have that confidence for that one night out there in something that she doesn't normally wear.
Now, would you guys say this is a sex appeal costume?
I would, absolutely.
Man. The girls love a dude in uniform.
Really?
If you got like tight, if you ever see Reno 911, if you're wearing those short, tight shorts with that outfit, Steve, dude, I'm telling you, man. Amber better hold on to you tight because you're gonna be.
You better wear a costume where your shorts rolled up hardcore.
Yes. Yes. Actually, can I add also to that? Can you just get like old school 1960s roller skates on top of that? Can you just like put those?
There you go.
Disco dancing or whatever.
No, man, just be like, yo, I'll skate fast and you can run, so you better watch out. Don't be breaking any cracks.
No, now the equivalent to the roller skates would be the little hoverboards, the 2-wheel hoverboards people stand on.
Yeah. I don't even want to. That's crazy.
I don't even do that.
But back to the slutty costumes. It tends to be like there's three things, and I think it's slutty schoolgirl, slutty nurse, and slutty witch. Am I missing anything? Like, is there any other like?
Those are
the three things,
man.
right?
Yeah. I've seen a ton at the party.
Slutty cop, slutty maid.
Okay. Yeah. I'm missing something.
They also have like equivalent of Green Arrow too. That I've seen like short skirt and everything like that with the high boots. Like it's almost like a Robin.
Like slutty Robin Hood.
Almost like a Robin Hood type thing.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
So they can pretty much slutify anything.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Are we using the right word?
Oh yeah.
Is that the red?
Well, this is what a girl
don't
use
that word.
This is what a girl use in their context.
It's not the right word.
It's not the right word. Yeah.
I'll tell you.
No, a girl would
sexify,
no,
like overly sexify.
I think the word is whorish. No, I mean it's sexify.
yeah, it's sexify.
Right.
I agree with your wife though. Like it does get a little over the top and annoying because like a lot of older, not older women, but like when I was in college, literally that's what it was. It's like how slutty can you kind of make something, you know? And
how risque.
Yeah, how risque.
You guys forgot cat.
Oh yeah, risque cat.
Yeah.
So and all of us guys were sitting there accepting it all, giving.
Oh, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm just saying it's
doing what they wanted to do.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a phenomenon. And I think it's interesting to talk about.
It's a phenomenon. I love it.
It is. It's like it's because it's the majority. It seems it's a go-to thing. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I don't know. Whereas like a cosplay convention or something like that, you don't normally.
Well, no, that's what I was gonna say too.
Right, like when you go to when women cosplay at conventions, it's not a majority overwhelming sense that they're just trying to be as skimpy as possible. Right. But for some reason, for Halloween, when you dress up, it's like, let's show off some goods. Let's boost our confidence and let's be sexy. And I just think that's interesting.
Yeah, let's have a nip slip.
Well, I don't know about that if anybody's planning that, but I just think that's interesting. And Rocco, you also dressed up like a geek with tight pants and
heck yeah, man, because it was the shit, dude.
Took advantage of that.
I could do the white boy dance and then convert it into something cool, and it was like everyone was like, "What? Look at this!" No, man, I like that sexy thing is something that kind of. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't. The only thing that would bother me is that I have a daughter now, and I hope that shit's like out of the fucking world's existence by the time she comes to age where she's doing all that different stuff, man.
Not gonna be.
Because I was looking at this meme on Facebook where it's like, oh yeah, my daughter wants to be Darth Vader, but she also wants to be a princess, and she's a pink Darth Vader, and wearing a tutu. I was like, I hope that's what my daughter's like.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You know, choosing to do something like that for Halloween.
Hell yeah, yeah. That'd be cool. And then so to go back a little bit more on Tiger. So we talked about the sexifying outfits, but as a kid, I think the other big appeal of Halloween, like for me, looking at it from a younger age, is mostly Halloween would most likely fall on a school night. And so to be out and about and not inside because it was past your curfew and running around with your friends in a costume, so you're playing dress up, like that was the huge appeal for me as a young kid. As a teenager, you're out even later with friends without parents, so that was really cool. And then as I got older, it was about being drunk in a costume and having fun with friends.
Right.
Well,
and do you remember, I don't know, at least in my elementary school and a little bit in middle school, you would dress up going to school.
Yes, that was the other thing I missed. Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, and then like I remember in elementary school, like each room had like a little bit of candy and you walk around and it was like a whole day event. It was awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't going to school. It was like you got to see all your friends' costumes. You got to show off your costume. It was super fun.
That day actually was like one of the funnest days of school. Yeah. The days where it's like it's doing the trick-or-treating deal, but just doing it at school, you know, and being able to hang out with everybody in their costumes. Doing
teachers are dressed up.
Early age cosplay, man.
Yeah.
And do you always remember the poor kid that had like the crappiest costume? You're like, oh, that one really sucked.
Oh man, yeah, their mom or dad made it with some tinfoil. It's like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. It's like, what?
There's conspiracy theorists out there, then.
That's awesome. I just think it's like we're talking about just different ages, but like regardless of age, I think Halloween appeals to a lot of people. The idea of dressing up, right? Like, it's just fun, and we were talking about cosplay a little bit, like, and there's just, I don't know, I think it's more and more accepted. Just being able to escape reality and dressing up is fun.
If we just didn't like change from this idea of like a child to an adult kind of thing, where we think we have to be these mature people. Like if you look at us when we're all like kids, man, what was one of the funnest things about being a kid? Was being able to do exactly what we're talking about. Dress up in different costumes, dress up looking like Goku or whoever you want, in whatever form you want, like, and just getting out there and using that imagination, that creativity to have so much fun. I think it's lame that we as adults only have one day where we can allow ourselves to be children again. We should probably do this on a more often basis to keep us young. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, dress up around the house as a Power Ranger for the fucking day, just to do whatever.
Do Power Ranger day. Dress up like a Power Ranger. Have fun.
That'd be great. That'd be a great idea, honestly. For if you think about it, just do that and just all dress up or something like that. Me and the girls actually gave each other different names for the day.
What?
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's
So we
kind
gave
of
each
cool.
other
Dude, we should do this. We should just Maelstrom Gamers should just be behind like cosplay day. Just dress up. It's just that day. And see if we can get more and more people. Hashtag cosplay day, right?
Yes.
What day are we gonna make it though?
We'll have to figure it out. But like, it can't be in the month of October. But like, let's pick a crappy month. Like March is pretty cool. Like April. I mean, we got April Fools. May maybe. I don't know.
It's like,
Just cosplay day.
Why is March horrible?
March isn't horrible. It's got St. Patty's Day. And it's got my birthday.
April's a terrible piece of shit month. Let's just go in that. It's crazy, guys.
We'll figure it out. We need to figure out a cosplay day.
I think
we'll start spreading that.
Yeah, I think it's necessary, man.
Right?
It should be.
We need to bring that. All right, I'm really excited about that. I'm ready. That's awesome. Cosplay day. Happy cosplay day.
We should.
Okay, I have another idea.
Okay.
And this is how Halloween takes over Christmas as the best holiday ever. The morning of Halloween, you dress up, and you run into the room, and you get presents.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
Just
That
presents.
tops Halloween. I mean, that tops Christmas.
Halloween.
Hey,
Or Christmas,
Why don't you do that with your children? Like, start making that a tradition.
I think I am. And I think my kids are going to grow up with the best Halloween tradition ever.
Yeah.
You're like, this is awesome. I get to become Batman.
Just one
and then go
And you
open
get
up
presents.
games.
Right?
You get presents.
But you totally have to trick them one year. Just completely, like...
Well, that's a trick or treat, right? Like, you get, like, 6 presents, and 2 of them are tricks.
Yeah.
And it's like, this maybe induces a little fear.
Yes.
Like,
which one?
It's like the dog with the shock collar, and he's always worried about barking. He's gonna get shocked. Like, the kid's getting a fucking.
This
yes,
is a
I'm gonna
cool
get presents. I got 6 presents. They're gonna be amazing. What the fuck is this, Dad? Like,
Cole.
Oh, that's a trick, son.
Yeah.
It's like you just tore up my childhood.
Have fun at school.
I like it. I think that's good.
Yeah, that'd be a fun one.